Just when I thought that the Jeannie Mai and Jeezy saga was pretty much over with, Jeannie Mai has continued with the foolishness. Okay? So, according to this article posted on people.com, which is from People magazine, they have decided to let us know that Jeannie Mai Jenkins has asked a judge not to enforce her prenuptial agreement with her estranged husband, Jeezy, as the pair continued to go back and forth in a fraught divorce. In court documents obtained by People, the Real alum claims she wasn't given adequate time to review the documents before signing. She claims that the rapper born J. Wayne Jenkins began negotiations for the agreement only 5 days before their 2021 wedding. Mai, 45, says that the abbreviated negotiation window has raised significant concerns about the adequacy and thoroughness of the due diligence process and each party's full and fair disclosure of their financial positions, according to the documents. Now, in this article, they go on and they talk about, everything that happened before and prior and all that kind of situation. Let me just say this, okay? I think that there's nothing more heartbreaking, especially when it comes to a marriage where a child is involved, when, the family is now feuding. Okay, now it's you against him. It's not a situation where the two of you, can amicably just walk away from the situation and say, okay, it didn't work out. The situation was what it was. Too bad, so sad. We have to co-parent now. Like, it's not this situation. This is not a peaceful breakup between the two of them. It rarely is when the woman is not in control. You see, when the woman is happy with the decision, when the woman doesn't feel like, she is, losing somebody that would be considered a loss, when a woman doesn't feel like, her ego has been struck and it's a situation where, she's losing out on a potential partner that she really wanted to be with, when a woman doesn't feel like the man is quote unquote the prize of the situation, they have no problem when a breakup happens. Like, they have no issues. They want to keep the peace. They're fine with being amicable with you. They're moving on to, when they feel like they're moving on to bigger and better things, they have no problem, stretching a hand out to, their co-parent in need or any of those kind of situations. But you see, when a woman is in a situation that she wants to keep the relationship and she wanted to be the first choice for the man and she wanted to prove that she can step up to the plate, when she wants to prove that she could have tamed that dragon, that's when the problems commence. Hence why we always see men, when they have baby mama drama, it's always the men who are, trying to step up to the plate. They're willing to be good fathers. They are what people would consider to be good men. They always say that the good men have the crazy baby mamas. Some would even say vice versa. Okay, the quote unquote baby mamas that are peaceful and this and that are usually in tumultuous situations. But the thing is that, when this whole thing happened, when, it was announced on social media, she said that was the first time that she found out about the divorce. However, when we play back the tape and we did an interview while she was, still pregnant, I believe, or she had just given birth to her child, very early on within their marriage, she did an interview and she made it very clear that, she had some problems with disrespecting men. Okay, she made it very clear that she had a problem where she disrespected Jeezy and he let her know that's not going to fly. And she said out of her own mouth that if she did not, get her attitude together, come correct when she's dealing with her husband, that she knew that it was going to be a situation that she was going to end up losing her marriage. So although she's saying that she was in shock and she had no idea and it was just all, it came to her out of nowhere, we know that is not usually how these situations happen. There's usually a buildup. There's usually something that transpires, especially if it is a man who is filing for divorce. As we know, most of the time it's women who file. in this situation, it started off with her saying that, okay, y'all all want to be on his side. Everybody want to support him because of the comment I made, or the ill-placed joke about having dark meat on the side. Everybody want to jump on his side. Okay, I know how to get women on my side. I'm going to say he cheated on me. That was the first one. Second take was, okay, well, I don't feel safe because, I don't want to have my child over there with him because I feel like my child's not going to be, safe in his care. But when you were married to him, that wasn't a problem for you. When you were with him, you didn't feel like there was any safety issues with your child. As long as he's with you, he's a safe space for his child. But because he's no longer with you, now all of a sudden, you got to step in and protect your child from the dangers that he could possibly create. Allegedly. Based off of his lifestyle choices, based off of the things that he have in his home that you were okay with at first. Now, when all else fails, now she has decided to say, okay, well, we signed these documents too fast. So now I don't agree with it. But when you were married, you had no problem. When you were with him, if you guys continued the marriage, you would have not said, you know what? Can we revise our prenuptial agreement? Why is that not something that you thought about when you were in the marriage? But now, because you want it to work out in a certain way, or you want it to work out in your favor, now all of a sudden you have to look into it. You didn't agree with it. This is exactly why, one of the reasons why people say, oh, in 30 days, in 60 days, in 90 days, a man is supposed to know what he wants and who he want to be with. And, after that time frame, if you still dating a man, if you still waiting around for a man to come and be with you, just know that you're not his first choice. This is why this is something that I have never agreed with. Reason being because you need to know somebody. Okay, how does this person act when you tell them no? How does this person act when they're angry? How does this person act when, things don't go their way? How does this person manage their finances? Do they pay the bills on time? Do they wait till the bill has been past due before they're ready to pay it? You have to know these intricate details about a person, and some of these things are not going to work out within the vetting process of you knowing all these details. Because people are showing the representative, the best version of themselves. Sometimes you need time to watch, wait, see, observe. Have you ever noticed that it's always women who are rushing men into marriage? Men being the natural observers that they are. They're just sitting there like, okay, I'll know when. I know the criteria. I know this. I know that. But I'll know when. Women are always like, well, what are we waiting for? We might as well just do it. They're ready to jump to that space. But at the same time, in retrospect, who is the person that usually has the most of the burden when a divorce happens? It's usually the man. There's so many women who come, to the aid and to the defense of a woman. And, there's nothing wrong if somebody's going through something, or there's always tumultuous situations. There's always three sides to a story, his side, her side, and the truth. There's always that, right? Let me just say that disclaimer. That's always true. However, not just because a woman is a woman should you side with her. Not because, a situation is not... For example, if a woman is verbally, harmful to her husband, just because it's not physical doesn't mean that it doesn't, cause problems or ring true that this is unhealthy or toxic. Because to me, this is the ultimate example of a role reversal. This whole breakup is an example of a role reversal. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, If Jeezy found out online that he was getting a divorce and he came online saying, woe is me, I didn't know, and he was on a campaign doing interview after interview talking about he didn't know about the situation and all these things, if it was the other way around, women would be saying to him, oh, well, it must be something that you did. No woman just wakes up and decides to ruin her family, so it must be something that you did, Jeezy. You got to be the problem. If this man said, well, now that she wants to divorce me, I don't think my child is safe in her care. Oh, so you didn't think about that from before? If a man said, okay, we need to revise the prenuptial agreement because it happened too fast. Oh, you see, that's how these men do. So why are y'all not keeping that same energy? For the sake of woman? For the sake of womanhood? For what? I think that one of the things that I could see that is heartbreaking about this situation is, that obviously in the beginning of whatever connection that they had, she definitely was trying to fit the mold of whoever his spouse was supposed to be, in my opinion. Okay, this is somebody who said that they never wanted children, got with Jeezy, all of a sudden she want a baby. This is somebody who was used to being the dominant person in her relationships, got with her, and attempted to be the balance to this dominant man, but could not meet the mark. And I always have to say, whenever I talk about this situation, a lot of women, okay, you know the truth. You know who you're with. You know the type of relationship that you have. Do not let all these other women around you, your homegirls, your friends, or people on social media lie to you and try to force you to believe that you don't have the good man that you actually have. Everybody has to do work when they get into relationships. If your issue is, or your mountain is that you have to tame your tongue, so be it. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, well, you an alpha woman. Can't nobody calm you down. If he want to act like that, he weak. Don't let nobody lie to you. Because if you're a quote unquote alpha woman and you're with a man who was allowing you to be the alpha woman and you were not satisfied, and now you're getting with an alpha man and it's still not working out, who's the common denominator? Maybe you have some stuff to work on, and that's okay. That's okay. But you have to be real with yourself. A lot of women are having issues because they're not being real with themselves. They're living in fantasy land, or, the land where it's all women and supporting you even when you're wrong. Nobody can't tell you nothing. It's sad that they're going through this, and obviously, in my opinion, why we keep seeing all these things. Oh, he not safe, and he not this, and he not that. Oh, and now, I need this because I need I want to recheck the prenup that we had. It just, to me, it's just bitterness personified. It is. And again, for the sake of their child, I hope that they are able to work through this situation and realize that even though they may not be together anymore, this is still a family structure. Trying to create the best balance for this now child. That is a 50% of the two of you. I hope that they can piece it together and make it work amicably. Maybe they need to go to some kind of therapy, even though the relationship not working out no more, to try to just get on the same page. Because nobody wins when the family feuds. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.